It's like 100 degrees outside. Believe it or not, Suicide Squad got some things right. Like this question.
What if Superman had decided to fly down, rip off the roof of the White House? Who would have stopped him?
What if Batman robbed banks? What if Aquaman turned his back on the ocean? What if Wonder Woman started stripping? What were we talking about again? Brightburn is a twist on the Superman origin story where an alien baby falls to Earth and is adopted by a human couple, played by Elizabeth Banks and David Denman. They name him Brandon and raise him as their own. See, already there's a lot of parallels to Superman. Even alliterative naming. Clark Kent, Brandon Breyer. And despite his parents' best efforts, turns into an asshole. When the child turns 12, now played by Jackson A. Dunn, starts discovering powers. Instead of learning to use these powers for good, Brandon behaves like an impulsive, pubescent 12-year-old with the powers of Superman and the attitude of Damian. We've had glimpses of evil Superman in the past, but nothing like this. Imagine if Brandon was in Man of Steel.
Surrender within 24 hours. Wow.
Back it up. Brandon's confused about his place in his family and on Earth.
Who am I? You are a gift.
The parents are totally unprepared for this, and they're gonna make some bad choices.
I want him in handcuffs and I want him gone. Do you even know who his real mother is?
They're not the Kents teaching Clark to be good. They're trying to raise a regular kid, not a superpowered child. How do you ground this kid? Jor-El sent Superman as a protector. Brandon's people seem to have other ideas. Brandon is still a child, but he's corrupted by power, genetics, conditioning, his alien nature. It's not entirely clear why he's the way he is, but it doesn't really take anything away. I don't believe Batman first appeared with a full origin story. We get room to build on it. Some of the characters are a little one-note, obvious bullies we expect to get it later. We don't really spend a lot of time with normal Brandon before he goes sick house on everyone. And his symbol reminds me of Bluetooth. I bought Elizabeth Banks as a mother, obviously blinded by some pretty big red flags. And Dunn can really play evil. He's got this blank, malevolent stare that you do see in normal teenagers, but when you know this kid can bench press a John Deere, it's extra scary. And it's fascinating how one little twist changes this story from comic book origin to horror. And this movie is gorier than I was expecting. I mean, you see the eyeball gag from the trailer, which is excruciating to watch. There's also another scene here that is simply jaw-dropping. When you see the movie, you'll understand it. It's fantastic. There's a lot of tension. It does use jump scares, but they mostly pay off.
You're safe now.
Brightburn is 4 Bs. It's a unique spin that combines 2 genres into an explosive hybrid that reverses the Superman mythos into its polar opposite. It's not perfect, there are a few things that are brought up and go nowhere, but I suppose that's what sequels are for. I also find it funny that James Gunn produced Brightburn, and now he's going on to direct the next Suicide Squad, which used the concept of an evil Superman to justify its own existence. Circle of life, baby. Without spoiling too much, the end hints that Brandon may not be alone after all. It's also open-ended enough to justify a sequel, but time and box office will tell. Personally, I don't think it needs a sequel. I hate to see them run this into the ground, but I wouldn't be opposed to see where else they would take it. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, the bell, all the YouTube stuff. This is theNewBee, and I'll see you later, kids. Toodles!